Ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. Yesterday, the Vancouver Canucks traded away Nils Hoglander to the Nashville Predators for a 2029 third-round pick. I'm a Canucks guy, so I had to go out there and make some sort of a video talking about the trade, showcasing the one and only Hoglander card that I have in my collection. I've got a number of Canucks guys, but this is the only Hoglander. It comes from the 2021 Upper Deck National Hockey Card Day set that you can see right there on the bottom corner of the card. It features Canada's rookies, and it's got Nils Hoglander cut out with a nice red and white background. These National Hockey Day cards are really interesting. I'm pretty sure I got this for free. It might have been in a free pack. Either that or did I have to cut this one out myself? I'm not too sure. It's been a while. But National Hockey Card Day essentially gives Upper Deck the ability to give a whole bunch of kids and collectors a bunch of free stuff, and that is absolutely the case with their 2021 set, which features a then rookie Nils Hoglander, who scored his first NHL goal in Vancouver's season-opening 5-3 victory in Edmonton on January 13th, 2021. Hoglander at that time had just wrapped up his season in Regla in the SHL. He was initially a 40th overall draft pick by the Vancouver Canucks in the 2019 NHL entry draft. And after developing pretty steadily in Sweden, he found himself on the main team. This card itself is pretty cool. Upper Deck, Canada's rookie. You've got some red and white on the back and a good cutout of the player, not to mention some extra statistics on the back there. I got this cased up because it just gives the card a more premium feel, and plus it's the only Hoglander card that I have, so I'd say it's a pretty nice way to keep it. In fact, that 2019 draft where Hoglander was taken by Vancouver turned out to be a pretty unfortunate one for the Canucks, considering the fact that they traded away all the guys that ended up making NHL minutes regularly. Hoglander, Artur Shilovs, Vasily Podkolzin. In fact, I want to make a video talking about Podkolzin because he's been doing pretty well in Edmonton despite not getting that opportunity in Vancouver. For Hoglander, though, he didn't really get many opportunities with the Canucks the past year and a bit anyway either. There was that really great season that he had where he had 20-plus goals, most of them at even strength, and he was a top 6 forward. That was 2 years ago, when he was 24 years old. But unfortunately, Hoglander has not been able to replicate that success in any of the seasons after. And in this previous campaign, the former 40th overall draft pick only scored 5 points in the 30-game sample he had with the Canucks. So definitely not a trustworthy signal. I think this is a guy that a lot of fans appreciated, but somebody that just couldn't put it together and get those numbers up. He was playing with confidence issues. The coach didn't trust him. There were so many elements to Hoglander's career that fizzled out after that 23-24 season where he had those 20-plus even strength goals. So now, for the ripe old price of a third-round pick in 2029, the Nashville Predators will try their hand at reviving the career of Nils Hoglander. In a way, you can say this is the thank you to Nashville for Kiefer Sherwood, because both of these guys have kind of a similar mold, I would say, in terms of the aggressiveness and the attitude they play out there on the ice with. Kiefer Sherwood, of course, he has the hit record for most hits in a season. He plays with a little bit more forward-thinking aggression. But Nils Hoglander, he is a guy that did get suspended in Sweden once in a while for elbowing guys in the head. He does have that pretty nasty element to his game, too. Sorry, the wind is really picking up here. It is a cool and brisk day in Vancouver, especially after Nils Hoglander got traded. So you can let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I want to record another video, actually, in this same setup over here, because I've got a Vasily Podkolzin card that I also want to show off. And there's actually a much better story to talk about with pods than there is with hogs. So stay tuned to the channel for that. Let's have that up tomorrow. For now, though, Nils Hoglander is a Nashville Predator, and I want you to let me know your thoughts. How do you feel about that? If you're a Preds fan, if you're a Canucks fan, how do you feel about the trade itself? Let me know in the comment section. This has been Ice Hockey POV, coming to you from a windy rooftop, and I will see you in the next one.